All right, tonight's video, the subtle emotion, the next one of courage is secure. And this is one of those ones where it's pretty obvious that self, uh, that secure is like a self sufficient kind of thing. And similar to other ones in that same vein, I'm definitely seeing a theme in all the subtle emotion for courage, but there's also a lot of variation. It's interesting as I'm getting closer to being done with the list. So, to me, secure, like I could think of physical things, but it's really an internal feeling. Doesn't matter what sort of situation you're in. If emotionally that that secure feeling is there, then it's gonna be a completely different experience. Whereas, you could just be in a lot of anxiety or fear or doubt, judgment, worry, you know, anger, all doing the same thing in physical reality, but that internal feeling completely changes the context of it. So, memory wise, secure. Mm, I'm having a hard time coming up with this one. What came to mind is a little blurry, but so that's why there's some hesitation there. Is when I was into BDSM, I taught it. I went to classes, I went to play parties, I went to dungeons, and I explored it a lot. And it was way out of my comfort zone in a lot of ways, not just in one way. And because I consistently kept going out of my comfort zone, going to dungeons, doing uh, what they call a scene, which is just a BDSM interaction between two people or more. It was just consistently going out of my comfort zone that there was just courage a lot to keep showing up. And I did feel a secure feeling. It was like I was there, I could handle it, I enjoyed it. There was a lot of other feelings that would come up, but ultimately there was a secure feeling. Like I knew I could handle it. I got it. And that could seem small or big depending on perspective, relativity, the law of relativity. But it, for me, it was really out of my comfort zone to be doing things in front of people, even though I enjoyed it because I like to entertain. So that entertaining aspect drew me to it. But there was a lot of fear, a lot of judgment, fear of judgment, judgment of myself. Um, Not so much vulnerability, a little bit. A lot of times my heart was guarded during those times. But vulnerability in that just putting myself in that space that most people don't explore uh, in the bedroom, let alone in a public or private public area. It's not like I was doing it in the park or anything, although I did actually. So, that was the memory that came up for secure. I think I feel a little bit of regret and guilt not guilt, regret and shame. Remembering doing BDSM and then talking about it openly like this, which is kind of interesting because when I was doing BDSM, I had no problem talking about it, but it was more in a contrary way. I like to push people's buttons, so it was like kind of shocking them. Whereas now I'm talking about it from a place where I can tell my heart is open, I'm feeling various emotions, and it does feel vulnerable to talk about it. So that's the difference. Back to the what I was saying in the beginning of the video, the internal experience completely changes the external, and that's why it's powerful to meditate on this stuff, to let go of emotional blocks and to get a better relationship with courage and acceptance and peace, love, because it just changes everything around you, because it changes you, at least how you're feeling it. Ultimately, nothing about yourself changes if you want to go down the non-duality route, which I'm into, for lack of a better words. So that's tonight's video. I think I got like 12, 14 more of these left. Still feel a little bit of resistance, a little bit of hesitation, but staying true to my word, doing a video a day, and just stepping into it and seeing what happens. And there was something else I was going to say about that, about consistency. Oh, just surprised. I was looking at all the subtle emotions for courage as I was looking at secure this morning, and I looked at all of them above it. And I was like, wow, have I really been doing this that long? And I think I have, because I've been doing it every day. I have no concept of how long I've been doing this. I've just been moving forward. But I think I've been doing it for a couple months, which is pretty crazy that it's still going, that completely lost any sort of concept of time. I don't believe in time. Time's a man-made thing. It's an abstract thing. But it was one of those moments where I was like, oh, I've been doing this. I've done a lot of them. And where I can feel like it's becoming more easy to do them, part of me, but still resistance, still just a slight tinge of, I should put this off, I don't want to do it, I can do it tomorrow, I'll do it when I feel better, whatever the justification and excuses are, whatever the contrary feelings are. And that's, I wanted to highlight that because that's really the power of courage. So the feelings are there. All the feelings will be there. But I made a commitment to keep my word. And it takes courage to stay committed to something simply because of this. There's always excuses, justifications, events, people trying to pull you this way or that way, surprises in life, whatever. And you can fall victim to those things, or you can keep your word and do it no matter what. Now, ultimately, it's another discussion if that's healthy or not, because sometimes maybe giving something up is the best action. But I think mostly in life, when you set a goal, you say you're going to do something, sticking to it and doing it no matter what always proves better. The results are better. It may not be exactly what you're expecting. Like I went into this with no real expectations other than to finish it. You know, maybe a little bit to see what was there that was blocking me, and just to finish it. So when I'm done with these, I think the next commitment is going to be to start doing meditation videos. I mean, I already do meditation one-on-one and in groups, but I don't make videos so much. So this is definitely this consistency and intention of courage, setting a groundwork that I don't really know how it's going to affect me, but I can kind of feel that it's the groundwork. It's going to ultimately serve me so that I can keep moving forward into higher goals. So that's tonight's talk on keeping your word. Subtle motion is courage, or secure. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.